list of recipients of the Bering Bovine Practitioner Award is full of great veterinarians, and this year another great veterinarian can add their name to this list. Growing up on a Guernsey farm in the Buckeye State, our award winner did not attend college after high school, deciding to stay home and farm. He eventually took classes at a branch campus and worked at a feed mill while also working on the family farm. This helped to establish his workaholic work ethic at a very early age, which is a sure sign of a future successful cattle veterinarian. After finishing undergrad, he went back home to farm again, and then acquired his master's in dairy nutrition. Finally attending veterinary school, he graduated from The Ohio State University in 1988. His wife, also a veterinarian, determined there was not enough work for both of them at her current place of employment, a practice which I eventually purchased. So our award winner set out in his car in January 1988 to find a job. He informed his wife that the best place to work would be either Wisconsin or West Central Ohio. They settled in West Central Ohio and leased a veterinary clinic for the first 5 years until they assumed ownership. For the first 14 months of their veterinary careers together, they lived in the basement of the clinic. They no longer live in the basement, but they still come to work every day to that same clinic. Over the past 26 years, this veterinarian has excelled in every aspect of bovine practice, as well as practice management. He and his wife currently own 3 busy mixed animal practices and a route truck. His professional interests include reproductive ultrasound, nutrition, milk quality, parlor analysis, and facility design for cow comfort. He's done export work, and he's recently done some consulting in Russia, which his wife does not approve of. He is a regular face at AABP meetings, and he has worked on the dairy programming committee. When I attended one of my first AABP meetings, I watched him give his practice tips, which he affectionately coined a trip to the Holy Land, referring to the large number of German Catholic cathedrals in his practice area. When I had the opportunity to give a practice tip, I said that I wanted to be more like him, and he told me afterwards it was very embarrassing to hear me say this. So I always look to top myself, and I hope he is even more embarrassed right now. I enjoy reading his articles in Hardesty, and they lead to discussions with my clients after they read his well-written articles. I have called him many times over my veterinary career for advice about cows, barns, parlors, and my employees. One of the things I admire about him is he always is completely honest with his answers to me, even if he needs to gently tell me that what I was thinking was stupid. Sometimes he is giving advice to me and he does not even realize that he is. But I always remember what he says because it has greatly altered my professional career. Greg Crosley once told me that everything he does, he stole from our award winner. I do the same thing. This veterinarian has been married to his lovely wife, Dr. Mitch, for 29 years. His daughter, Megan, is a graduate in food science from The Ohio State University. His daughter recently transferred to The Ohio State University and is an environmental sustainability major with a minor in Chinese. He enjoyed showing sheep with them as they grew up. When I asked his wife, what does he like to do when he's not being a veterinarian, she said, sleep. But she also said he does enjoy traveling and reading biography or history books. Before I announce his name, I need to publicly apologize to him. Because he was not going to attend this meeting, I made up an award, which I coined the Young Leaders Legacy AABP Award, and told him that he needed to present it. His whole office thinks his associate is winning an award today. Mark, I'm sorry for lying, but I would do it again to see you come up here. Please stand and recognize this year's BI Bovine Practitioner of the Year, Dr. Mark Hardesty.
Hey, Dad.
I'm actually scheduled for a stress test on Monday. I think I'm good. It's humbling to stand here and look out there and see so many people that are qualified, more qualified than me for this award. If you'll indulge me, I'd like to thank those that allowed me to get as much out of veterinary medicine as I have so far. God gave me parents that got the most out of what they had. Having Guernseys, that wasn't a whole lot. By the time I was in college for 6 years and was accepted to vet school, and they thought I was going to be in school forever, they decided to show me how much they loved me by giving their parental contribution to my education. And that taught me self-reliance when I got my 5 pounds of hamburger and 2 quarts of green beans. So the decisions that we make, we have to carry through with and make them work for us. My mom was the person that always believed that if you needed a helping hand, to look at your end of your arm. She was the original little red hen that was going to allow you to work with her if you would, but she was going to do it anyway. She saw it needed to be done. My dad was always remembered as being active in every organization that he took up, and he was a great teacher. And one of the things that he taught me was you better be thinking. In fact, he kind of encouraged all of us to do more thinking before breakfast than most people do all day. And if you weren't doing that, sometimes you'd hear him encourage you. And that encouragement might be heard over the roar of a diesel tractor at full throttle. But all the people that he worked with knew he was a teacher. And then I have to look at the other mentors that I've had, and many of you are here. And whether I visited your practice or talked with you or shared an email with you or sat in a bar and discussed things, I thank you for that mentorship. And then to those that it's my responsibility to be mentors, my associate doctors, are the ones that have allowed me to do the fun stuff, like go to Russia and design barns and all those other things that are really rewarding. I really thank you for that. I thank Dr. Laura Nussbaum, who's at home, keeping things going. Dr. M, you know her as Mary Maurer, that got an award the other day for always developing new things that we can do for our clients. Dr. Andrea Gibbs, who's truly the human encyclopedia of veterinary medicine, the one that cares, and Caitlin Wiley, who was supposed to get this fictitious award tonight, for her can-do attitude, and I know that you'll truly make a mark on this profession too. And I need to thank those that have enjoyed my boards articles, because I've enjoyed writing them over the last 8 years, and I get to be a scientific fiction writer. None of that stuff really exactly happened the way I tell you it did. Sometimes maybe it was close. But it's given me the opportunity to hopefully improve our industry, the dairy industry, promote this profession that's given so much to me and to many of you as well. And you've gotten to know me, and maybe better than you know, about how I think and how I tick. That's given me the opportunity to follow in the footsteps of Chinans. And I skipped ahead because I didn't thank Mitch and Molly, and they travel all the way here, who knows when and where and how. But my wife Mitch, a spouse of 29 years, who always knew that whenever I did something that I could do just a little bit more. And she'd usually get that out of me somehow. And then my daughter's Megan, who must be working canning tomatoes.
Yeah.
And Molly, and I know that you both probably gave up a lot, because I'd have to say things like, we can't, we're on call. I have to go, I have to work. But I think you learned the value of what work's about and how important it is to be a servant of the people that ask you for your help. And that's what we all do, and that's what those giants that I get to follow when I ride horse, people that I respect deeply, like Lee Allenstein and Jim Jarrett, and the guys that I get to right beside, like Dave Rhoda and Mark Fox. And the real thing to take home from following those people that have been our leaders is that each of you has the opportunity to go home and be Practitioner of the Year for your clients, and only you can do that.